Tonight, Dublin City School system still under scrutiny over how it's spending taxpayer money.
Over the past months, we've told you the district was facing more than $13 million in a budget shortfall since 2020 and 2026. That led to major cuts, including 46 employees, 10 school days, and more. Now, a new Georgia Department of Audit and Accounts found, quote, potential waste and abuse of public funds, along with major problems in staffing and payroll. Auditors say those issues were hidden for years by temporary COVID funds. But now the financial crisis is out in the open. Madison Ricks is in studio tonight to tell us more about that new state audit.
Frank, the state stepped in after the chairman of Georgia's House Appropriations Committee asked auditors to dig into Dublin City's finances and figure out what went wrong, and they did. Take a listen. Dublin City Schools students are back in class for the second semester, but the district's financial crisis is far from over.
I hate to say it, it's been a perfect storm, and there's fault at many levels across state, local, different departments, and it can't happen again.
A storm that's left the state questioning the district finances and how they spend its money.
We don't necessarily know how and why it happened, but we do know what happened.
The financial crisis came to light months ago. Then Superintendent Fred Williams said they had a plan to get back on track.
We have a plan to work on our finances here inside the system and benchmarks and things that we're accomplishing to meet the needs what the Department of Education has outlined for us.
That was a few weeks before Williams resigned. Now the state released an audit revealing serious problems and showing how the district got there. Dublin's Representative Matt Hatchett asked for the audit.
Our community needed to know exactly what happened. So we now know what happened.
It says Dublin City Schools used temporary COVID relief money to pay for everyday expenses like salaries and operations. When that money ran out, the district's budget problems came back, leading to several cuts.
We don't earn as much for those positions of non-certified people. So we have looked at that and, making those cuts.
Cuts caused by what the auditors call weak spending controls or none at all. They say purchases weren't properly approved beforehand, budget warnings were ignored, and the district didn't closely monitor credit card use.
I think this will allow the process of getting things corrected to move forward.
Reporting. And I reached out to the district and received no response, but in a statement on Facebook, Interim Superintendent Marcy Poole says they're working diligently with the state to address every item in the report. Back to you.
Thanks, Madison. The state is recommending Dublin City Schools overhaul its entire budget process. That would include better tracking of salaries and benefits, multi-year planning, and training for school board members on reviewing budgets.
So far, at least two top leaders have stepped down: Finance Director Chad McDaniel and Superintendent Fred Williams.